This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
Make your kitchen ready for every summer gathering this Memorial Day with LG and Lowe's. Our exclusive InstaView appliance suite includes ranges with air fry, refrigerators with slow melting craft ice, and an exclusive dishwasher you can only find at Lowe's. Plus, you'll get up to 10% back via a MasterCard prepaid card when you bundle eligible LG products via rebate. Shop Memorial Day savings at Lowe's. Offer valid 3/3 through 5/18 on select LG items only. See Lowe's.com/rebates for details and timing.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle, celebrating 50 years, baby, big 5-0. And we got lots of 50th anniversary gear in the Rock Shop for you. Oh, man, a whole new host of limited edition gear celebrating the Rock's 50th.
Man, you want to maybe recommend buying one of those zip-up hoodies. I'm about to go into the office and grab mine because it's getting a little nippy in the studios.
Oh, it's getting a little nippy, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, so frosty.
Perfect for when your studios get nippy.
Yeah. So listen, if you want to stop the nippiness, well, what you got to do is get one of these cool hoodies. We've got knit hats, trucker caps, short sleeves, all emblazoned with the Rock Gold logo, celebrating the big 5-0. And if you want to celebrate, you want to get some cool stuff, don't forget, you're going to be having to get stuff for people for a certain time of year. This would be a good way to go about it. Buy them all today at KISW.com.
Let's play B-Migs. It's time to play the game. Yeah. So everybody scream his name. B-Migs. Don't be a loser. Whoa. B-Migs. You're a loser.
It is time to be Migs. And it's time to pump it up for Monday. Do it. Yeah, get pumped up. Drink some coffee. Drink some cold water. I'm trying both and it ain't working. So send some suggestions as well. A coffee's not pumping you up, really? Oh, no, man. I don't know what's going on. But
what the hell did you do yesterday that you're so damn tired?
I went to a children's birthday party.
Oh, those get pretty lit.
Yeah, it was my niece's birthday. Happy birthday, Lexi. And, 5-year-olds know how to party.
Oh, yeah, all the cake.
Oh, yeah. Just one little piece of that cake. They love that frosting. It's crazy frosting. Oh. Let's get to our contestant. We got Gary in Issaquah. Gary, are you there?
Good morning.
Good morning. All right, Steve, get out of here. Bye. For those playing at home, Gary will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. Gary, you can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
I am ready.
In Newton's second law of motion, force is equal to mass times what?
Acceleration.
Yes. Who was the first president to win a Nobel Peace Prize?
Roosevelt.
More specific.
Franklin Roosevelt.
No.
Theodore Roosevelt.
Yes. The animated movie Ratatouille is set in which European city?
Paris.
Yes. What is the core of a golf ball made of?
Rubber.
Yes. What year of the early 2010s was the first iPad introduced?
2012.
No.
2013.
No.
2011.
No. Who directed the Lord of the Rings movies?
Pass.
What kind of animal is Squidward in SpongeBob SquarePants?
Octopus.
Yes. Which planet spins the fastest?
Mars.
No.
Neptune.
No.
Mercury?
No. What major global conflict started in 1914?
World War I.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Correct.
All righty.
Yeah, it's a pretty good score there. Some tough questions, and I mean, if Steve does amazing, you could get another 6 to 9, which would be kind of cool.
Okay.
But
all right.
Yeah, I don't know if Steve's going to be able to get that many questions right here.
Oh, no, he's got no confidence in Steve, sort of like what I didn't have in the Seahawks this Sunday, but they proved me wrong.
They did prove you wrong, and maybe Steve will prove me wrong right here.
You know, he's a second-half player, that Steve.
I am. Are you now?
I hope so.
Are you ready?
Yes! Yes! Yes!
In Newton's second law of motion, force is equal to mass times what?
Energy?
No.
Speed?
No.
Power?
No. Who was the first president to win a Nobel Peace Prize?
Oh, crap. I don't know. Eisenhower?
No.
Roosevelt?
More specific.
Damn it. Teddy? Theodore.
Yes.
Wow.
The animated movie Ratatouille is set in which European city?
Paris?
Yes.
Paris, France.
What is the core of a golf ball made of?
Water?
No.
Air?
No.
Lead?
No. What year of the early 2010s was the iPad first introduced?
Early, you said?
Yes.
2010.
Yes. Who directed the Lord of the Rings movies?
Peter Jackson.
Yes. What kind of animal is Squidward in SpongeBob SquarePants?
A squid.
No.
Octopus.
Yes. Which planet spins the fastest?
Earth.
No.
Venus.
No.
Jupiter.
Yes. What
Wow.
major global conflict started in 1914?
The War of 1812.
No.
World War I?
Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Steve, you win 7 to 6.
Ooh, close, Gary, but no cigar.
Wow. Even with the joke answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Gary.
Nice.
We ruined Gary's day.
Aw, he was so very sad there.
Well, that's a bummer.
Sometimes with those answers, Steve, and you still end up winning.
Yeah.
Those lead golf balls are pretty, they fly pretty well.
What the hell is in them? Styrofoam?
No.
Styrofoam. Well, you went from one extreme to another.
Gary got that one correct with rubber.
Rubber.
Yeah.
That makes way more sense.
No, those water-filled golf balls, those travel very, very far.
Oh, they're amazing.
And he also got the tough one. I knew this was going to be a tough one. I didn't think you would get that. In Newton's second law of motion, force is equal to mass times acceleration.
Acceleration.
Yeah. So even though you didn't get that, you still got the win. So congratulations.
Nice going, Stevie.
Thank you.
So one of the big Netflix shows out there that our buddy Caesar turned me onto is Squid Game. And I have watched the first episode. I've got to catch up on the rest of them.
I have yet to watch it, but I do enjoy reading people's reactions to watching it because they're always entertaining. Everybody's reaction to this is just pure shock.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I can't believe I'm watching this. And some people are just like, I watched almost the entire season because I was just so obsessed with it.
I feel like it's going to one-up itself in every episode because the first episode is like, wow, okay, I know the premise now. I know what's going to happen. And I'm not going to spoil it in case you haven't watched it because I feel like it's a great surprise to see what the show seems to be about. But there was an episode where the contestants have to cut shapes out of these little candy discs called Dalgona, and they're really hard to do because they're so brittle. And
I've never seen this candy before. Vicky's showing it to me. It's just
it's I guess a Korean candy is what I understand.
Okay.
And I won't go too far as to say what happens if the contestants can't get it right. But obviously, in order to win the prize, they've got to get it right, and it is really challenging. But here's what's happened. Apparently, this Dalgona candy is now selling off the shelves, and it's I guess a candy maker in Seoul. It's just like this regular person's like, oh, I can't believe it now. It's just me doing this, and guess what? I can't do it. I can't keep up with it.
I'm not surprised by that. Whenever I see something on TV or a show and it's something I haven't tried, I'm like, I wonder if I can get that. I don't know if you guys ever do that. Oh, yeah. Like whenever I watch like the Food Network and I remember they did a special about this popular place. I think it's in Maryland and it's called Dolly's like saltwater taffy, and there's a whole special about taffy. And they had one that was a peanut butter. Like they worked peanut butter into the middle of the taffy.
Oh, yeah.
And
Wow.
before that episode ended, I already ordered a bag. So I can see people doing that if they see this, like, oh, that looks kind of interesting. I want to try it.
Yeah, he's just got this little place from what I understand. I don't know. He used to sell less than 200 a day. Now he sells over 500 a day.
Wow.
And I don't even know if that's just people walking up or if, in fact, he's getting orders. Yeah, I don't even know if he's got an online thing to order. I don't know. They didn't leave, at least in the story, they haven't given us, I don't think, any info of where you could order this. So I don't even know what it tastes like. I have no idea. But because of this popularity of Squid Game, people just, at least in Korea and Seoul, going crazy for it.
And apparently it's like a honeycomb toffee. So if you're into those kind of sugary toffee things.
I'm not opposed.
Yeah, I want to try this.
Well, if you get a chance, bring it in, Rev. I don't know where to get it. I don't know how to get it.
I saw an article on Bro Bible that it was basically giving you the recipe. Apparently, it's super simple to make if you like baking type stuff.
Well, you better make it right, Danny.
Joe, make it for us.
Yeah, Joe.
You're the show's chef.
Yeah, we're going to get that or mac and cheese first.
Are we going to do Squid Game rules? Because I don't want anything bad happening to Joe. I just,
we'll just
make it
tease
right.
him.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
He's just the maker. We are the ones that have to try it.
All right. Fair enough.
No, I just want to try it to taste it.
Yeah, I don't want any sort of weird.
We don't have to risk
I don't
injury
know.
or being hurt.
I have to work these things out before I take my children and have them be volunteered for certain duties. I don't know.
Duties.
You know?
Yeah.
Duties.
I did say duties.
Joe, thumbs up, thumbs down. Will you make this for us?
He's not going to make it.
I don't even. Thumbs in the middle.
No, he's not going to.
Not going to make it.
No.
Well,
but you know what? He's too busy. He's making a charcuterie board. Did I say that right?
Charcuterie? Yeah.
Charcuterie?
Yeah. He's making a charcuterie board for, we're having a big father-son sports night tomorrow night. So he's making
father-son sports night. What the hell's going on tomorrow?
Tuesday?
Oh, baseball.
Well, I mean, I know.
Kraken preseason game, the last one.
Well, there's that. You know, we might check that out. I don't know what time that starts. But yeah, obviously
7,
this would have been a big sports night either way. It would have been a sports night for me, whether the Mariners got in or the Red Sox got in. We were planning.
Stupid Red Sox are playing tomorrow.
Sorry. But
I hope they lose.
Me too. Wait,
what about the Yankees are in there? Why don't you hope they lose? They're the jerks.
Go Yankees.
Go Yankees.
I mean, it's
really?
Yeah.
You're going to go with the evil empire, you guys.
Yeah.
I grew up in New York. I've been to many Yankees games. Of course I'm going to root for the Yankees over the Boston Red Sox.
I suppose you have a reason, but Rev is just being a troll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, just watch the Canucks take on the Kraken tomorrow at 7 p.m.
Hell yeah.
All right. I mean, I watched a little bit of the Kraken last night, and it was,
Saturday night, you mean? They didn't play last night.
They didn't play last night?
If you watch something, it was a rebroadcast.
Oh, it was a replay. Wow. Okay. Well,
they played just like they did on Saturday.
It was new to you.
Oh, I didn't even know what was happening on Saturday. I thought the Kraken actually were playing because I saw it in the TV guide thing. I'm like, I'll watch the Kraken right after, the Seahawks.
Was it the game? Was it the game against the Flames?
Yes.
At the ShoWare Center? Yeah, they lost 4-1.
It was Saturday night. Okay.
But Friday night one was pretty awesome. They played the Oilers in Everett, and that's the team that beat them 6-0. Granted, different players were being played, and Connor McDavid wasn't suited up to play on for the Oilers. But they ended up winning 2-1 in overtime.
Oh, nice.
It was a fun one. Everett was rocking for that one.
Yeah. Oh, ShoWare Center looked pretty cool, too.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So, well, there you go. I'm glad I watched the game that happened in the past and still didn't even know how it ended.
Well, if you've never seen it, it's like watching it you're watching it for the first time.
It is time for Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic, you guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. We got your calls, we got your texts at 918 on the Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on the Rock at 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. It is Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Whatever it is that you want to be talking about, well, this is your opportunity as long as you follow Steve's rule.
It's a simple rule, BJ. That's to show some energy and bring it. Otherwise, there you go. We will gong you and then say goodbye.
Goodbye, old friend.
206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
This text is pretty interesting because it's based on the conversation we were having about crows earlier. They said, because Rev saw a crow funeral, and I was wondering if whether or not he then disposed of the crow. But he said a neighbor did. This person said, I picked up a dead crow once, put it in the trash. For 3 days, I got dive bombed by crows anytime I left the house.
Yeah, they didn't want you messing with it. And
that's why I wouldn't touch it. I wouldn't even dead or not. I'm like, that's somebody else's problem.
Wow. Yeah. Unless it's like maybe on your deck or something.
Still.
Yeah. Because I had a bird. I had to get rid of a bird. A bird somehow, I don't know what happened, went and then tried to hide on our couch because it was injured by somebody, and we didn't know. And then all of a sudden we're like, wow, this couch smells horrible. I wonder if it's, and we're like, Well, we haven't had a dog forever, but it really smells like it's the dog went to the bathroom on here, and then we found out, oh, there's a dead bird behind the pillow. Yeah, that was like, oh, okay. Well, hey, outdoor furniture, baby.
Yeah, I was trying to think, so how would I, maybe I would get like a crow outfit and dress like a crow and then remove the crow. You know what I mean?
You like Brandon Lee or like a real crow?
Oh, that's a good point. I could do that. Yeah. That way I'm like, a crow, like, and then I have like a proper funeral with music and stuff, like a procession. Show some respect to the crow. That way maybe the crow won't bother me.
Wow. Well, how long are you supposed to leave the crow?
Until they say you can. Let it go.
They come by and go, all right, you can crow.
Let it crow.
Funny enough, I think Steve's on the right track there with wearing a mask or a costume, because that's how they found out that crows have really good memories. They would wear a mask, harass a crow, and then continue to wear the mask for years later, and they still hated that person and taught their kids to hate that person. So if you're wearing a mask, if you piss them off, they're not going to know it's you.
So I'll put like a luchador mask on.
Exactly. So you'll be safe.
But then you can never wear that mask around there ever again.
Or watch the best of Rey Mysterio at home.
Oh, they'll just attack your television.
Yeah. Right through the window.
Or if you want to wear that mask, when you have to do bad business with the crows, go, it's me again. You know what happened last time.
I'm back.
Yeah. I'll show you.
Here to do some bad business.
Somebody wanted to know.
It's so bizarre, these crows. I didn't know any of this.
Dude, it's fascinating.
Yeah.
Is there a crow documentary, or are we just like is it just something that just is out there just because people talk about it and then there's stories on the internet?
I want to know why they're called a murder. I mean, like, they have all these horrible things, like assigned to them. A group of them is called a murder. I mean, of all the things you could call a group of an animal, it must be because they're badass.
Apparently, it looks like there was one on PBS called A Murder of Crows, but I think it might have just been an episode. But they basically tell you about them having not a great reputation amongst being the most intelligent animals in the world, how they can use tools and stuff. They can recognize each other's voices.
Oh, wow. Let me know how that works out for you, Steve.
All right, if I remember.
Yeah. Probably not. No, he's not going to watch it. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Oh, look at this. The Holler's on the phone. Holler, you are on the Rock.
What up, BJ?
Hey, Holler, what's up, buddy? What you got?
And, of course, my boy Steve. Hey, you were talking earlier, my brother, about the cost of prices for tickets for concerts and stuff.
Uh-huh. That's right. There was a bunch of Reddit people were saying, here's a list of things that used to be good but suck, and concerts were on the list because of how expensive they are.
Oh, yeah. Well, when we had Metallica here just a little while ago, when they played there at the Quest Field, or our football stadium, when they had it actually right there in the middle of the stadium, we dropped $975 for a pair of tickets for that show, my man.
And how good were the seats?
Oh, they were phenomenal. We were like fifth row, dead right there in the infield, about fifth row back. But you know what? I didn't care if it had cost $1,000 or $1,500, man. We were not going to miss. But I've seen them 8 times, but this one by far just took the cake, playing outdoors, not in a stadium. It was off the charts, brother.
Oh, it's an incredible show. And yeah, I mean, sometimes it's like, it sucks that's that much money, but 10 years down the line, you're not going to really remember the money you spent, but you'll never forget being that close to seeing Metallica live.
Yeah, it's,
no.
Yeah, and that is why, they can charge what they can charge. They understand that.
Because of us idiots with that philosophy.
Yeah, I mean, we've got disposable income, and we're a completely different generation, because I know my parents would be like, no, that is way too much money, even for somebody I care about, not going to do it. But we've just decided, you know what, the experience is much more important than that.
Oh, I know that like a lot of the concert tickets are expensive because of the venue and whatnot, and that's fine. But if they would just do like $30 Metallica tickets, I would buy so much merch. I would buy
I was going to buy so many tickets. I'll buy 6 tickets for myself.
No, I'm saying, but like, and I know like the bands don't have control over that and stuff, but it would just be like, if you actually think about that, because I would be like, man, I got a $30 ticket for front row Metallica. I'm going to buy $1,000 worth of merch.
I'll buy that $200 Metallica hockey jersey.
Exactly.
I will say this. I would like to see a Shark Tank for the music business. That way, at least I'd feel good about it, because Shark Tank breaks down the cost of things, and then you see who gets paid, and you're like, oh, all right. I mean, everybody's getting paid. It seems fair, I guess. And I wonder how we would feel if we actually saw a breakdown of how everybody gets paid in the music business, if we would think it's fair. That's the thing, Danny. It's like I'm with you. It's like it feels like it's just outrageous, but I don't know. Maybe there's just a lot of people that need to be paid, and I'm not against that.
I think someone just texted about more stuff about crows to go back to that, BJ.
Oh, we're back to the crows.
Someone said I once got dive bombed and crapped on by multiple crows in my backyard before I found that there was a dead crow, baby crow, in my backyard.
Yeah, don't stay anywhere near it.
I tossed it over the fence into my neighbor's yard. Problem solved.
Oh, so if you wow. And so that's what did it.
Mental note, I'll have to pick the neighbor I don't like.
And it seems that in order, the best way to remove the removal of a dead crow body from your yard is to do it at night, because that's when they're sleeping. So you don't have to necessarily worry about them at that point, and then they can't really identify you.
Oh, good call. And then if I wear my ninja outfit, I'm in great shape.
Absolutely.
All right, this is good. Let's go to Jeremy in Seattle. Jeremy, you are on the Rock.
Hola, BJ.
Hola, Jeremy. Hola. Don't forget the men's room afternoons right here on the Rock. What you got for us, buddy?
Oh, I told Danny and Joe I'd call in. I ran into him at the Great Pumpkin Beer Festival.
Oh, what up, buddy?
Oh, you didn't tell me you went with Joe, Danny. You just said you went yourself.
Didn't you see the Insta pictures, man?
Oh, no,
Yeah.
I don't want to see anything that they're doing.
Dude, it was awesome because Jeremy, they came up to us and they saw my Kraken tattoo on my leg. And he's like, "Is that a Kraken tattoo?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "We might be getting a Mariners one because of like the bet." And this was kind of a bet. He's like, "What station do you work for?" I was like, "KISW." He's like, "Danny and Joey, I love you guys."
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was my buddy Seeley is the one that saw the tattoo on your leg. It was on your leg.
Yep.
And so then Joe and I started talking about. I was mistaken. The last time I told Joe that I saw him was up at Big Poppy's Pizza with you, BJ.
Oh gosh, that's you, dude. That was a long time ago.
Yeah. So after that, it was actually your 16th anniversary show that I ran into Joey. And we talked then. That was the last time I talked to him. But yeah, we sat and talked to them for a bit. We were heading to the Mariners game right after, so we gave Joe and Danny 2 extra tickets for the beer.
Woo!
And then right before we walked out, we gave them 2 more for the gals they were with. And then we went down to Dixon 8, and then we got on the Link scooters and rode those all the way to the stadium and went to the game.
What a game. I mean, what a day just in terms of drinking lots of pumpkin beer, hanging out. It was such a fun time. It was great meeting you guys.
That's awesome. So, Danny, did I hear that right? That he gave you tickets to the game?
No. Gave us tickets to get a beer. More drink tickets.
All right. I was just going to say that would. I thought Jeremy was really helping out. Well, Jeremy, you know what? Since you called in and Big Poppy's Pizza was good. They're not there in Everett anymore, but that was a good place.
Yeah, they're gone.
Yeah, that was a good place. That's where I got the cop got me for jaywalking in Everett, and I had to be so cool because Joey and I were all decked out in Red Sox gear. We were going to get out and go ahead talk to this dude, and we thought we'd go to because he was a Red Sox fan that opened up a pizza place in Everett. And like, and the cop just stopped me and he's looking at me. And I'm like, I better be the coolest I can be because I'm already wearing enemy gear, and I can't be an a-hole here, and so.
Yeah, that must have been really hard for you, I bet.
It was very hard, Steve. Yeah, I don't think, and even still, my trying to be nice is still being an a-hole in everybody else's world.
More craziness with crows, guys. In elementary school, this texter said our custodian found an injured crow and took it to his office. For 3 days, there were probably 1,000 crows circling the field and dive bombing kids.
Wow. Whoa. Oh, these crows don't mess around.
These don't mess with their chromies.
Why do you think that I have crow friends? Like I know
you're
this.
Weird?
No, because I don't want to have enemies at my house.
No, dude, that's my wife made fun of me one time because I was like saying hi to the crows outside of our house. I'm like, I'm being nice to these guys. Like we're here. If this is supposed to be our forever home, I don't want to have a war with the crows.
Yeah, so we leave them out. We leave them peanuts, and like Steve does, I say hi to them all the time. And if they crow at me, I acknowledge them.
All right. I'll have to keep in mind. I don't treat the crows anywhere nearly as good as you guys do. I kind of just sort of have a professional respect and go, you go your way, I go my way, and let's just keep it that way.
No, I'm always like, That's what I say to them.
Yeah. Wow, and do you use that face too? Because that's a really freaky looking face.
That's the only face I have. What other face am I supposed to use?
Well, it's a really good answer. It's maybe time to go get a mask. Like
I'm kind of stuck with it, man.
You pick the topic. You guide the show. It is Listeners on the Loose. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. More of your calls and texts at 934 on the Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
Make your kitchen ready for every summer gathering this Memorial Day with LG and Lowe's. Our exclusive InstaView appliance suite includes ranges with air fry, refrigerators with slow melting craft ice, and an exclusive dishwasher you can only find at Lowe's. Plus, you'll get up to 10% back via a MasterCard prepaid card when you bundle eligible LG products via rebate. Shop Memorial Day savings at Lowe's. Offer valid 3/3 through 5/18 on select LG items only. See Lowe's.com/rebates for details and timing.
Take the next step toward the career you want, be it business, cybersecurity, healthcare, or more. UMGC can help you get there. No application fee when you apply by August 31st. Visit umgc.edu, certified to operate by Chev.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too big to fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. It's listeners on the loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Let's go to Dan in Seattle. Dan, you are on the Rock.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Good morning, Dan. What you got for us, buddy?
I was just going to talk about what you guys were saying about things costing so much more nowadays than they did back then. I was talking to my neighbor. He's like, I think he's 87 years old, and he bought his home across from mine about 40 years ago. And he said that when he bought that house, it was $12,000. But he said he made $8,000 a year when he bought that house. And so I was thinking about myself, and I was thinking if you were to translate that to nowadays, that would be like me making $450,000 a year.
Exactly.
I can tell you, I don't make $450,000 a year.
So the guy, if he made $8,000 a year and he was able to buy a house that was basically just under double his yearly income, which is insane. Yeah. I mean, who can buy a house that's just under double their yearly income? I don't think anybody.
No, it's just like when my parents retired, they made about the same amount as I make now, but they bought their house for like $65,000 or something like that. It's back in the 70s. And it's funny because all you hear all the time is like the older generation talk about how younger people nowadays can't save any money. And it's like, well, most of us don't have pensions. Most of us pay half of our salary just to pay our rent or our mortgage payment,
Yeah, it's absolutely right, Dan. And you take a look at the millennials. The millennials have faced two economic crises in their working life, which is unheard of. No generation has had to face that. I mean, some generations have faced one crisis, like the stock market crash back in the 20s and 30s, but. No, they've faced two. I mean, with COVID and with the bubble, and this is nuts. It's just, you're right. It's not the same. What I would like to know, and I don't know if anybody knows, is $12,000 40 years ago. What's that today? Because I bet it's still a lot less than what places are going for.
I would agree. Yeah, I don't know what the math is, but I'm sure if one of us could figure that out, that'd be cool.
Yeah, whatever $12,000 40 years ago is okay. So what is that today? Because you can't. I mean, can you get a house for under $400,000 unless you travel like way the hell north, way the hell south, way the hell east?
Yeah, I don't think you can find anything in like Seattle proper or within like 10 miles of Seattle.
You got to go to Mary's Village, don't you?
Unless you're getting like a condo.
No,
studio.
Marysville right now is blowing up because Amazon is putting in a warehouse. Like, it's about a mile from my house.
Oh, forget about it.
Everything has gone up ridiculously.
Yeah, I mean, and then I'm thinking super like out by Fall City and even further, out by North Bend. I don't know if you can get a house for $400,000 unless it's really nothing,
or it's the storage shed at somebody else's house.
Right.
Yeah,
I found an inflation calendar. Now, 40 years ago was only 1981. So you got to remember that.
Okay.
$12,000 in 1981 roughly equals about $36,000 in 2021. So about 3 times.
Well, this guy, I mean...
Could you imagine having a house was for sale and it said it was $36,000?
No.
Wow.
No, just no.
I'll take 3 of them.
Actually, now that I think about it, in the 80s, I don't know where this guy lived that he bought a house for $12,000 in the 80s. I didn't even do the math on that. That's a pretty cheap house in the 80s.
I have no idea what it is and isn't, to be honest.
Well, I mean, I know what my dad sold his house for.
60,000 maybe? Even if it was like 100,000.
Yeah, I in the 80s, I sold a house for about $75,000 in Rochester, and when I was leaving there. So, yeah, he might be talking even earlier than that. Because my dad paid about that for the house that we lived in and we grew up in.
Basically, but Vicky did the math on it. It looks like for $75,000 inflated to current times, it would be like $225,000. Could you imagine even seeing a house for that?
Yeah, there's no way. And I'm even wondering, I'd like to look up the price of my house in Greece, New York.
Wait, there's a Greece in New York?
Yeah. Oh, they got all sorts of cool Italian names. Oh, yeah.
Didn't expect that one.
How do you actually have that in your box ready to go?
Yes.
Why?
It's a hotkey on that one, man.
Why?
It's the best movie ever.
Why is that sound effect ready to go? It's the only time we've ever needed it.
And
it wasn't
what? I've been waiting for that opportunity, and today was the day.
Jesus. Wow, that is...
that actually scared me. I was not expecting
that scared me too, because I'm like, why... Oh, grease, yeah.
You never know when you're going to need a little grease coming out of your box, so I had it ready.
Oh, dear God.
Wow, okay. That's,
the music.
Yeah.
Sound effects box.
Yeah. So,
Fix it in post, Joe, please.
Yeah, okay, yeah, go ahead. Do what you got to do. Yeah. So things are way expensive, more so than they probably should be, and I don't know why.
Somebody wanted to know if any of us caught Saturday Night Live and saw Casey Musgrave's performance. Holy smokes.
Yeah.
I did, dude. First of all, I need to pay a little bit more attention to her music. She wasn't on my radar. I just heard of her name, but both of the songs she played, I mean, they're more country, but they were really good.
I don't know who she is. I don't know much. Is she local?
No. But the reason why they brought it up probably is because on one of the songs that she performed, she was naked it looked like she was naked except for a guitar. Like the way that it was lit in the shadows, you couldn't see anything else, but I believe that she was, or she did everything in her power. Maybe she had pasties and stuff on, but she did it for some reason in tribute to Jenny from Forrest Gump, because she posted a picture of Jenny. If you remember that scene where Jenny was performing and she was naked on a stool wearing, with just a guitar in front of her. She posted that on her Twitter. So I think it was just her, homage to Jenny. But the song was really good. It's kind of like a chill, sad song, but it was a really well-written song, and she sounded great.
All right, yeah, I missed that. I'm going to have to check out that video.
Did you dig it?
I thought it was pretty good. I had no expectations because she's a country star, and I just was like, okay, whatever. And then seeing that, and I looked up because I was like, oh, this is interesting. And then there's just naked. And
she had boots on, so her feet were covered.
Okay, you're right.
Well, she must be blowing up if she's on Saturday Night Live.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, she's very popular.
I think she's got a new album coming out or something.
Good for her.
Or one's already out, something like that.
Hubba.
Gosh, yeah.
I don't even know what she looks like. So, but
she's gorgeous.
What? Anybody performing naked is always going to get somebody's attention, or at least even if they look like they're naked.
Vicky's showing you a picture of it right now. Of her.
Oh, yeah, look at it. Okay, there she is.
Being the picture.
Oh, yeah, there she is. All right, she's an attractive lady.
Did you show her in the performance? Yeah. Okay, I don't know if you caught that.
I saw that
okay,
too,
good.
Yeah. Well, I saw a picture of her in the performance, and she looked like an attractive lady with not a whole lot on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, good for her.
Lucky drummer.
Lucky drummer, because he's behind her.
Yeah, you can see the booty.
Wow.
In case you were wondering about that.
Yeah, thanks for that. Well,
why is that drummer's tempo all off? You see what's in front of him?
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Somebody wanted to know about Brandy Carlisle, speaking of female singers.
Oh,
great
what
local
is-
singer, but they said, I heard that she said she'd be up for touring, singing for Soundgarden. What do you guys think about that? Yeah, apparently she made it known that because she's done some covers of Soundgarden songs and even done them with the surviving members of Soundgarden. And she said if that opportunity would arise, she would make time to serve as the singer for Soundgarden.
I don't have a problem with it. I know there are people that don't want to see replacements, but I mean, how else are you going to see the band if you don't have somebody else, replace them?
It doesn't sound like at least from that quote, it sounds like she would just do it more of as like a tribute to Chris and the songs that have already been written. I don't know if that she would be trying to campaign to become the new member of Soundgarden where they make new material like William Duvall with Alice in Chains, but I would totally go check that out. Every time she's covered Soundgarden, it sounds great. Granted, it's going to be different because it's a female singing and not a male, but I think it'd be pretty cool to watch her do some Soundgarden songs and a great tribute to the band.
Yeah, I'm just used to that happening, lead singers being replaced, not because they passed away, but, just in general, that's something that happens sometimes, or multiple lead singers for a band, so it doesn't bother me so much, but I do know that people, do, for them it does. Whether she just does it to go, like you said, Steve, just to do the old songs, or if they really wanted to do something, I just don't see the problem. I think it's cool to have new music from a band that I love.
I always said, like, if you have an issue with it, you have the choice to just never listen to anything new. Like, the people who have issues with William Duvall listening to, being a part of Alice in Chains, like, nobody's forcing you to listen to William Duvall's era of Alice in Chains. Just consider Alice in Chains to be done when you want them to be done. Like, you don't have to buy their stuff. You don't have to go to their shows. But for those of us that do want to see it, it's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, there are people that are Van Hagar fans, people that are Van Halen fans, and I happen to like both. And I don't know if you heard the news, but David Lee Roth is calling it a day. He said, I guess after his last tour, he's done. Do you think it has anything to do with what Gene Simmons said, saying that basically he's pretty much past his prime?
I don't know. I mean, maybe like he was already on the fence, and that. I mean, I act like as if massive rock stars and celebrities don't get insecure about people saying bad things about them.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like he would be a guy that would.
Maybe he was already on the fence and kind of doubting himself, and then Gene Simmons just sent him over the edge. I don't know.
Yeah, I think he's 66. Is that?
I think it's more of that. Like, he's probably like, I'm getting to the point where I'm too old for this ass. He is 66 years old.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like sports dudes. I mean, some people don't want to leave the game. And I feel like David Lee Roth probably didn't realize it was time to leave the game until this. And that's my opinion. I felt like he should have left the game a little while ago, but he decided to try it again. And, there you go. You got Gene, you got him.
And Wolfgang just jumped up on stage with the fellas in Guns N' Roses. I think he helped them on the performance of Paradise City.
Dude, Wolf, that album, Mammoth is so good.
It's very good.
It is so good.
That's all him.
That kid's got amazing talent and a great voice.
He sings, drums, bass, guitar. He did it all, baby.
See, he pulled a Boston. So look at him. But he's got to put it now. Does he have to put a band together?
He does.
In order
He
to
has. Yeah, he has a touring band.
It is I look forward to more stuff from him, and at least in the incarnation of Mammoth, WVH. I was really surprised. I was like, wow. Like almost every song on that album I love.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. I mean, it's a really cool rock sounding record. I dug it when I've only listened to it a couple times. It's not like must listen to for me, but like when I listened to it, I was like, damn, these are some solid songs.
Yeah. It's
no Grease. There's twofer. Okay. Get my money's worth.
Yeah.
No.
Let's pull that out more often.
Yes.
No. Let's consider that like that's like pulling something else you shouldn't be pulling out often. Okay. Let's consider it like that it's just an atrocity. Okay.
Well, in that case, I could do it with consent. Danny, do you consent?
Yes, I consent.
That's what we call a hat trick.
Boom.
Yeah, that's what we call making the listener suffer. Oh, but you whatever you want to do.
Not the first, won't be the last time we do that.
No, it won't. I'd like to apologize to the listeners. It's I have no control over Steve's box. It's as you know, it's greasy and hard.
Neither do I.
Yeah. We have a big question that needs to be answered. What do Ryan Castle and Facebook Marketplace have in common? That's Facebook Marketplace. I'll tell you at 9:50 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW. And now, the Ryan Castle question of the day.
What do Ryan Castle and Facebook Marketplace have in common?
It's a great place to go if you want to get your hands on some junk.
Yeah.
Texture said both don't work.
Oh,
that's right, because Facebook's not working right now.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right.
Both don't open.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know if that's true.
It's because I'm a closer.
Oh, that's it. Yeah.
Chances are your girl has been on both.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's probably the best one ever.
Yeah. Well, we got a 38-year-old man in Missouri. His name is James, and he was trying to sell a catalytic converter on Facebook Marketplace last week. That's a car thing, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, very popular with the thieves.
It's in the box, so I'm looking at the picture.
Oh, well, this makes a lot of sense, Ryan, if it's popular with the thieves. But like Steve said, it is in the box. That's interesting. It wasn't like it was chopped up or anything. But here's the problem with this dude. As he's trying to sell this catalytic converter, in the background of the photo that he took, there was a giant bag of meth along with a syringe. You really got to edit your photos and crop them and everything. You really do.
That is a big bag of meth.
Yeah, a Facebook user tipped off the cops, and investigators raided James's place last Wednesday, and they did seize the meth. Oh, and a .38 caliber pistol. Yeah, plus he had previous felony convictions. James is a model citizen.
Good on you, James.
Yeah, speaking of model citizens, well, here's a guy with a 12-pack. He's up next.
BJ and Migs play of the day.
I went to the Great Pumpkin Beer Fest on Friday, and I bought all the stuff.
Would you buy everything?
Yes, and I drank all the pumpkin beer, so I just kind of turned orange.
I haven't seen him like in full, just orange with a little bit of black. I was going to ask you if that's new.
Yeah, I was so happy they had an orange hoodie, and I was like, oh, that's mine. And then I went back and bought the beanie, and then I had my orange shoes on.
You look kind of like candy corn right now.
Oh, that's
Yeah, he does, yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, just like it. I don't want to eat you. Which is good.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, because that'd be awkward this morning.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. Here's another question from a listener. If I file for bankruptcy, do I have to appear in court? That makes me nervous.
Going to court is never something that's easy to do. However, when you file bankruptcy, you usually only have to attend one hearing at the courthouse. Of course, I'll be there with you. And when you go to court, it's not before the judge. It's actually with the trustee or the trustee's attorney. One of the things that's critical in a bankruptcy is that you give your attorney and the court all of your information. You list all of your assets and all of your creditors. That's what we're trading for your discharge, is your true and honest disclosure of your assets and liabilities. And so the court hearing is just usually about a 5-minute deal where you show up and reaffirm and swear that all the information you've given the court and your attorney is correct.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
Make your kitchen ready for every summer gathering this Memorial Day with LG and Lowe's. Our exclusive InstaView appliance suite includes ranges with air fry, refrigerators with slow melting craft ice, and an exclusive dishwasher you can only find at Lowe's. Plus, you'll get up to 10% back via a MasterCard prepaid card when you bundle eligible LG products via rebate. Shop Memorial Day savings at Lowe's. Offer valid 3/3 through 5/18 on select LG items only. See Lowe's.com/rebates for details and timing.
Take the next step toward the career you want, be it business, cybersecurity, healthcare, or more. UMGC can help you get there. No application fee when you apply by August 31st. Visit umgc.edu, certified to operate by Chev.